hurts his toe pretty bad. I mean, I can't assess the level of pain. I certainly don't have X-ray vision, but it doesn't look good. I described it to you guys 3 days ago as gnarly. I don't know that I've ever used that word before. Like I was searching for a word to explain to you how painful it looked. It was gross. It looked smashed. It was. Okay, great. Well, just hold that thought, because we immediately do a juxtaposition against the last time we saw a fighter in a main event put out a picture of a hurt toe. That was Conor McGregor, which he used as a platform to get out. As a matter of fact, I can't remember the last time we've ever seen a main event fighter. It's very relevant to main event. This sport is full of wimps. They are wimpier the more money you pay them. So when you start getting these main event guys, they got a few dollars in the bank account. They don't got to get out there to make ends meet. You start seeing them less and less, and I just can't remember the last time that we saw a main event fighter put his own injury report on the internet and not use that as a way of getting out of a fight. Even the ones that have gone through with the fight feathered a nest of informing the audience that they were not at 100%. I'm going to go try anyway, golly shucks. And then if you beat him, you're a really bad sport, which is I beat this guy when I wasn't even at my best. I hate it. I hate the idea of the whole thing because it is always the same thing. You're attempting to tell a story. When I have people send me Christmas cards each year, very rarely do I have somebody whose paths I have crossed that wanted me to see their family because their family was thinking of my family at the spirit of the holidays. They're attempting, through that picture, to tell me a story. And whether that story is my life is so great, and here we are all at Aspen, and we stop to take this wonderful photo with the mountain in the background, or it's a tough luck story and you got a 3-legged dog and you've been asking me for GoFundMes all year long. Either way, you're trying to tell me a story. And it's very accurate of me to tell you that when fighters in main event spots, it's the tougher the guy, the bigger the fight, the higher the stakes, the quicker they are to get out. And so Merab has a press conference. They come right down to the gym. They go right into John Wood's gym, Syndicate, and they interview him, and he says, Merab talking, he says, I don't see why everybody makes such a big deal out of this. It's nothing. This is nothing. This was never going to affect me in the fight. It was never going to detour the fight. I wasn't even giving you a message of such. I'm going to train for the fight, cut weight for the fight, on my toes every day. Guys, this is nothing. He tells people that. And he's dead serious. If you watch the press conference and you listen and you watch his body language, he's not joking. He is not telling you it's nothing as a way of telling you something. He is genuine and sincere that this is not worrisome. And I found that very endearing. I liked it very much. And that makes me just wonder, is Merab just tougher than Conor? I mean, they both had one of their smaller toes on their opposing foot, discolored, and placed on the internet. One used that to get out of a fight, and one said, it's nothing. And it is an interesting spot. Like in the world of MMA, in the world of injuries that happen, I mean, I got to tell you, in my entire life growing up as a wrestler, and I'll personalize it by telling you myself, I have never missed a competition in my life due to illness or injury. And it's not because I haven't been sick or it's not because I haven't been hurt. I would never not show up for something once it's agreed to. I could not even imagine what that would feel like inside to cower out of something I've already agreed to, regardless of the illness or injury. I just can't fathom it. But you know what? Most of the guys around me can say the same thing. I don't know one guy that I could cite for you off the top of my head. I mean, I'll just use my college wrestling team, University of Oregon Ducks. I can't even think of a teammate. I'm sure it happened somewhere along the ways. I truly cannot think of a time one of my teammates didn't show up for a match. We've got a forfeit in a dual meet, just by example. I can't remember a time. The other side is they weren't paid to be there. They weren't famous and they weren't rich. There does seem to be a correlation and a tie-in. For the guys that don't need to fight, for the guys that don't need to make that walk, it's harder and harder to get them to make the walk. The very guys that at one point were on a college team like that, or aspiring to be on a team like that got onto a major promotion, that got signed to have a fight that was televised. Those same hungry guys that would have walked through fire, you give them some clout, you put them on a few billboards, you give them a pocket full of money, all of a sudden they don't want to do it anymore. And I don't know that that is some kind of shocking news. It's been known for a while that a rich man can't fight. That's been known for a while. People thought that Floyd Mayweather was like bursting that bubble. I've been trying to tell you guys, Floyd's broke. Not how much money you made, it's how much money you kept. Floyd's fighting for the same reason everyone else is fighting, because he's broke. But I'm just sharing what a difference here with Merab, because Merab is not. Merab's already walked out last at Sphere. Merab's already defended that world championship against Nurmagomedov. Merab doesn't have to have this fight, but he's agreed to it, and he's going to go do it. And the fact that his toe is smashed or gnarly or discolored, while others would definitely use that as a possible way to get out. And there's a whole game that you do. The first thing you do is you get the injury out. The next thing you do is you either delete it or you come out to the public and you try to make a statement, which all you're really trying to do is just make sure you add attention to the fact that you're injured while acting like it doesn't matter. But this is the same game that everybody plays. But not Merab. There was something that was truly refreshing, but also sincere in his own mind when he said this is nothing and we shouldn't worry about it. I'm going to take him at his word. Moving forward, no matter how many of those pictures I see and no matter how painful I think that foot might be, it's going to be a nothing. And I'm not going to worry about it.